offside. Offside with possession, so that means it's a green card against Malloy. So that'll be a 30-second penalty opportunity. Again, if it was a loose ball,
green card assessed to number 26 for Malloy, Riley Zamora. 1 minute for offsides.
It is a card. 30. 30. It's a green card. Here's Dozier. No line extended. Goes behind. DeGardi gets it back to Dozier. Keep talking, Excuse me, Loomis. Here's O'Neal Blake. And the crease from the Uber ball is knocked down. Picked up by Riley. Brady is violation. He's going to stay in the early ball. Here's Tony, ball's loose. Picked up foul. One-on-one with Quinn. Cuts inside, ball's knocked down. One-on-one with Gaines. Here's the goal. Taylor comes up behind her. She is field. Ball's checked down. Overload is out. Raymond Roberts coming up on 3.5 minutes in the first quarter. Here we go, boys. Let's get it back. Here we go, boys. First thing you want to do. 60. All the way down the alley. Megan Ruggalo, her 51st of the season, assisted with 2:42 left first quarter. Makes it 3-2.
Malloy goal scored by number 17, Megan Ruggalo.
Take care of that for Riley Zamora. Quickly up ahead to Leah McDougal. Actually, the trail check. And again, today,
Emma Taylor's playing on the defensive end at midfield. And the offensive ball, she's switching out with 10 in the league. We need to see a lot of Tierney down the alley. Watched by Signorelli. Front for Emma Blumenstock, who converts.
Redhawks goal scored by number 8, Emma Blumenstock, with the assist to number 4, Katie Tierney. Blumenstock from Tierney.
Cutting Leah McDougal. Wide, high back up on Roberts. Giovanni. Here's to Dozier.
Riley, stay home!
40 on the shot. There's MOL up top. 30 on the shot. Top Lewis. Howard. Down the alley. Pulls it out in the crease, and MOL puts it in.
Redhawks goal scored by number 22, Annie Mulhall, with the assist to number 8, Emma.
Up by Borsellino. Gives to Brady. Brady for Ruggalo. Mulhall chasing. Ruggalo gets into the offensive zone. Alexa Morrison for Brenna Signorelli, who puts it in. For Signorelli, her second of the game, her 38th of the year. First assist today for Alexa Morrison, 25th of the season. That's team high. No, excuse me, Ruggalo has an assist already. So she does also have 25. And just like that, and I mean just like that, 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the second quarter, it's a 5-4 game. 2 consecutive goals for Molloy. Again, Brady, Diogardi in the circle. Catoni and Ruggalo are the wings. For Molloy, Emma Taylor, Leah McDougal are the wings for Roberts Wesleyan. Ruggalo's got the draw control. Gets by Tierney, comes down the lane. Ball's down. Katie Tierney's knocked down. Excuse me. Violation is going to be Roberts' ball. Here's Quinn. Gets by Benasuti. Over midfield, gives to McDougal. And here's Tierney. 2 straight from Malloy, making it 5-4. Dozier. Takes it behind. Brady picks her up. Goal line extended. She comes around and puts it in. Nice move from behind by Ella Dozier. First of the day, 9th of the year. Ella has 32 assists this year. That's what she typically does, but she took that one to the cage and put it in. Stopped the tide of the Malloy Lions, who had scored 2 straight. With 11:50 left second quarter, it's back to a 2-goal lead for Roberts Wesleyan at 6-4.
Redhawks goal scored by number 25, Ella Dozier. Dozier unassisted.
Looks like we're going to switch it up and have Annie Mulhall in the circle for draw control again against Riley Brady of Malloy. And again, McDougal Taylor the wings for Roberts Wesleyan. Megan Ruggalo. We're missing a wing for Malloy. There we go. Sophia Catoni now joins the circle. That one's picked up by Emma Taylor. Finds McDougal. Borsellino there. McDougal actually runs right through her cleanly. Ball's dropped, though, and it's picked up by Brenna Signorelli. Casada chases. Now Tierney joins in the pursuit. Signorelli still with it. Katie with a nice trail check, and it's picked up by Clahane. Allison's hit on the head. And we are going to see a yellow card. Looks like it. Well, let's wait to be sure. I've said these things before, and it turns out the player was just coming to the bench. But it is a yellow card to Malloy. It is, in fact, against Megan Ruggalo. 1 minute player up opportunity now for Roberts Wesleyan. 11:22 left second quarter.
For Malloy, Megan Ruggalo, 2 minutes for a check to the head.
Check to the head against Ruggalo. Here's Blumenstock. Quinn brings it up and over. Dogged by a very strong defensive midfielder in Brenna Signorelli. We just saw her take the ball away, but here's Dozier controlling. Here's Diogardi. Skip pass. Here's Blumenstock. On the near wing, O'Neill Blake. Diogardi. Far wing, Blumenstock. Switches with Tierney, comes up top now. Started to come down the alley, stopped. We got a shooting space violation. Free position for Emma Blumenstock. Again, Roberts has tended to pull it out during the free position opportunity. She's to the left of goalkeeper Schaumlofel. And she does pull it out. Here's Mulhall. Back to Blumenstock. Dozier. In front, Mulhall puts it in. Player up opportunity goal for the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks. That is Annie Mulhall's 3rd of the day, 46th of the season. First assist of the day for Ella Dozier, her 33rd of the year. And after 2 straight by Malloy, Roberts comes back with 2 of their own. And it's once again a 3-goal lead at 7-4 with 10:13 left second quarter.
Number 25, Ella Dozier. That's Mulhall from Dozier with the player up goal.
Player up goal for Roberts Wesleyan. Again, Mulhall, Riley Brady in the circle for draw control. Catoni and Ruggalo the wings for Malloy. McDougal and Taylor for the Redhawks. Annie Mulhall's got it. Heads upfield, gives to McDougal. Here's Dozier, goal line extended. Goes behind to Diogardi. Roberts has done a good job controlling the ball, which is important. Again, look, Malloy has a 50-goal scorer in Megan Ruggalo. You've got Brenna Signorelli, Alexa Morrison, Emma Ryan. I mean, they can put the ball on the net. They can't if they don't possess it. So that's what Roberts has done a nice job of keeping it, running clock. I'm not talking about a slowdown, but they've done a nice job of controlling tempo. Here's Diogardi. And listen, obviously, Rob. And Diogardi puts it in. Strong dodge by Allison Diogardi. Puts it in from the outside, and for the sophomore, her 20th goal of the season. First today to go with an assist. Roberts has got the lead up to 4 now at 8-4 with 9:25 left second quarter.
Goal scored by number 24, Allison Diogardi. That's Dio, unassisted.
Another change in the circle. This time Megan Ruggalo is going to get in there for Malloy to go up against Annie Mulhall. There's 90-plus goals sitting there in the circle this year. Annie tries to use her height. And it's gathered in by Leah McDougal for Quinn. Here's Clahane, middle of the field, finds Tierney. And here's Dozier, goal line extended. 9 minutes left, second quarter. Again, the winner, a trip to Mercy on Saturday to not only win the ECC championship, but to get a reservation in the NCAA tournament. Automatic qualifying bid now for the ECC this year. Here's Annie Mulhall. 40 on the shot clock. Ball onto a cutting Katie Tierney. That was saved. Ball is loose, and it's gathered in by Leah McDougal. Fresh 60 on the shot clock. Tierney to O'Neill Blake. Here's Mulhall. 8 minutes left, second quarter. Here's Tierney up top. 30 on the shot clock. Flips to Mulhall. Down the alley. Working on Catoni. 20 on the shot clock. Dozier. Cutting Blumenstock. She couldn't quite get it. Picked up by Tana O'Neill Blake. Stopped by Sham Lawful. Here's Brady. Upfield for Ruggalo. Met by Casada. Boy, Ruggalo has got speed. Alexa Morrison in front for Emma Ryan. She fanned on the shot. Loose, picked up by Tierney. We had a violation. It's going to be Roberts' ball. Oh, no, excuse me. It's Malloy ball. My mistake. Borsellino flips. Grosjean. Brooke has it. Benasuti goes up top, Borsellino. Now Signorelli. Rugolo in front. Borsellino shot wide, backed up by Malloy. Morrison. Up top, Borsellino. Goal line extended. That's Benasuti who puts it in. Ava Benasuti, the freshman midfielder, her first of the day, 20th of the season. Makes it 9-5. I'll hold off on the assist. I think it was Borsellino. Let me wait for the announcement.
Excuse me,
6:12 left, second quarter.
Ava Benasuti, assisted by number 21.
Yes, it is.
Borsellino.
Alessandro Borsellino gets the assist. Her 13th of the season, and it's 8-5. Mulhall, Rugolo again in the circle. Again, we're sitting here with a 3-goal lead, and that next one becomes really important. Plenty of time left, 6:12 left, second quarter. No possession. We got a violation. Ball's going to Malloy. Signorelli quickly. Rugolo. Upfield, Benasuti can't control it. It's loose. Parise chasing, but Benasuti gets there. Morrison behind. Rugolo on the wing. Here's Borsellino up top. Gorstjung. Here's a Morrison. Goal line extended. Up top, Brenna Signorelli. Shooting space violation. Free position now for Malloy. Directly in front of Shauna Lemery's. Brenna Signorelli, 2 goals already today, comes down the alley and puts it in. Third goal today, 39th of the season for Brenna Signorelli, and 2 straight again for Malloy, and now it's 8-6. 5:24 left, second quarter. I told you both these teams clearly can put the ball in the net, and they are doing so. We're headed for a fairly high. It was 15-12 on March 22nd when these two met. No reason to think we're not going to see a repeat of a fairly high-scoring game. Rugolo, Mulhall, McDougal, Taylor the wings, Kittoni and Signorelli the wings for Malloy. Picked up, controlled by Megan Rugolo. Not only she leads the team coming in with 50 goals, 69 draw controls leads also. Benasuti in front for Ryan, picked off by Shauna Lemery's. We have a great pregame story about Shauna. We'll tell you right when the second quarter ends. Here's Clahane, pursued by Ryan. Anna Morrison gives up to Quinn. Midfield for Tierney. Ball's knocked down by Kittoni. It's loose. Can O'Neill Blake get there? She cannot. Turnover, Malloy ball. Borsellino triggers. Coming up on 4.5 minutes remaining second quarter. Here's Rugolo. Benasuti. Skip pass up top, Kittoni. Casada almost got there. Here's Borsellino. Morrison. Up top, Kittoni. Ruggalo dodges, gets an opportunity. Lemery stops it. Releases to Quinn. Now we're going to have a timeout by Roberts Wesleyan coach Kristen Paolini with
Timeout,
3:59 remaining in the second quarter. It's Roberts Wesleyan 8, Malloy 6. We might as well tell you about pregame. So Reggie, the Red Hawk mascot of Roberts Wesleyan, was here, and at the end of the line of all the players for Roberts Wesleyan, as the starting lineups were being introduced, they ran out to midfield, everybody high-fiving. Reggie on the way. Well, the goalkeeper is always last, and that was, in fact, Shauna Lemery's. Well, when Shauna started up the line, Reggie took the head off of the costume. Shauna did not even look, high-fived and continued on. It was her brother who surprised her on leave. He serves in the military. She had no idea he was going to be here, and she didn't even notice. Her focus was on her teammates out on the field. She put her hand up and high-fived him without really looking, and then took a few steps. I don't know if someone said, all of a sudden she turned around, and then obviously it was an unbelievably warm and emotional moment as they hugged. It was a wonderful moment that Shauna was surprised by her brother here on leave from the military. All right, 3:59 remaining, second quarter. 2-goal lead for the Red Hawks, and once again, I do not yet have a time on Saturday. I don't believe that's been published. You can check the website, but obviously the ECC Women's Lacrosse site. But again, Mercy beat Damon earlier today, 21-2. So Mercy will host the ECC Women's Lacrosse Championship game on Saturday. And again, it ended up the regular season, both all three, Mercy, Roberts Wesleyan, and Malloy, all finished 5-1. Mercy's only loss was to Malloy. Roberts Wesleyan's only loss was to Mercy. Malloy's only loss was to Roberts Wesleyan. So Mercy, based on the tiebreaker, got the 1, Roberts Wesleyan the 2. This is why we're here today instead of Malloy. Malloy got the 3. The 4 was Damon. And again, they were handled quite easily by Mercy earlier this afternoon. Again, on the men's side, Roberts Wesleyan lost to Mercy 11-8. They were the 4. Mercy was the 1. And I'll have to check, and hopefully at halftime I'll get a chance. Frostburg was playing Malloy. Frostburg was up in the third quarter. But we'll get to that score before we leave the air. Emma Blumenstock behind. She's being double-teamed, but she gives it up quickly to Lemery's, who releases it to Clahane. Morrison approaches. Back to Lemery's. And just so you know, in women's lacrosse, unlike men's, there is no rule about getting it over midfield or into the zone within a certain amount of time. The men have 20 seconds to do so. That does not exist in the women's game. But Clahane does bring it up into the offensive zone. And here's Tierney. Gets it back from Tana O'Neill-Blake. McDougall. As usual, Carly Howell going. If Emma goes to her room after the game, I think Carly might just be there. Carly, not even looking at the ball or anyone else, just face guarding and staying with Emma Blumenstock. Carly, an all-conference performer. Here's Dozier, goal line extended. In front, Annie Mulhall takes it behind. Here's Diogardi, 20 on the shot clock. Diogardi is watched by King. Tierney, 15 on the shot clock. 10. Tierney watched by Signorelli. 5. Tierney down the lane. Ball pops loose, and Signorelli's got it. Leaves it for Schaumloeffel. Releases to Riley Brady. 2.5 minutes left, second quarter. Here's Barone. Emma Taylor picks her up. And she gives to a Morrison. Benasuti is watched by Parise. Back to a Morrison behind. Borsellino gives to Catoni. Here's Borsellino again. Avoids Casada, now turns on the double team. Cross-Jung. Benasuti behind. We do have a whistle. Free position and pretty much goal line extended for Benasuti. 29 on the shot clock. Coming up on a minute and a half left, second quarter. Here's Catoni. 25 on the shot clock. Morrison gives to Betasuti. Back to a Morrison. Down the lane. Takes the shot. Wide. Backed up by Malloy. 10 on the shot clock. Minute 10. Grosjean. Ryan shot. We got a whistle. Violation against Malloy. Turnover. Roberts ball. Under a minute now. Second quarter. Here's Quinn. Clahane. Lemeries. Here's Mulhall. Gives it up to midfield for Tierney. Catoni knocks it out of her stick. Grosjean picks it up, loses it, now has it back. And here's Signorelli. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Catoni down the alley, takes the shot and scores. Sophia Catoni's first of the day, 36th of the season. And it's a one-goal game at 8-7. I mean, I mentioned Signorelli 36 goals and Ruggalo 50 goals, 24 for Ryan. But you've got Sophia Catoni came in with 35. She now has 36. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, 20.1. I saw the 2:01. 20.1 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A one-goal game, 3 consecutive goals now by Malloy. Diogardi back in the circle. Megan Ruggalo for Malloy. McDougal's got the draw control. 15 seconds. Here's Blumenstock. 10 seconds. Is there enough time to make something happen? 7. 3. Blumenstock tours it towards the front, but it's knocked down by Samantha King. And that'll do it for the first half. 8-7, Roberts Wesleyan. Go grab a snack and a drink. We'll get you caught up on some stats. And let you know what's going in the Frostburg
8 and Malloy 7.
Mercy game. And we'll be right
The
back.
winner of this game will advance to play in the ECC Championship Final on Sunday against Mercy, which defeated Damon 21-2 earlier today. Be sure to check ECC Sports for all championship details. That's ECCsports.org. Correction, the ECC Championship match will be played on Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that the NCAA East Coast Conference, Molloy University, and Roberts Wesleyan University promote a positive game environment and good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. We do not condone racist, sexist, homophobic, or other discriminatory comments, profanities, or intimidating action on the basis of one's appearance, identity, or perceived identity, or for any other reason directed at officials, spectators, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives. Any of these actions will not be tolerated.
Welcome back to Red Hawks Field on the campus of Roberts Wesleyan University in Rochester, New York, on the Red Hawk Sports Network, part of the ECC Sports Network. I'm Brian Cannell. We're at halftime, and we got Roberts Wesleyan up 8-7 over Molloy. Shots are in favor of Molloy, 16-13 shots on goal in favor of Roberts Wesleyan, 11-8 ground balls in favor, 7-4 of Molloy. 3 saves each for Sean Lemrys of Roberts Wesleyan and Nicole Schaumloffel of Molloy, clearing Molloy 5 of 6, Roberts Wesleyan 8 of 11. And here's probably the biggest stat of the first half. Roberts has turned it over 9 times to only 6 for Molloy, and that's been a big issue. Caused turnovers are in favor of Molloy, 3-2. And that's part of why we're here at 8-7. 3 straight goals by the Molloy Lions. Roberts had an 8-4 lead, and then the turnovers came. Again, in the other semifinal earlier today, top-ranked Mercy beat number 4 Damon 21-2. So Mercy will be hosting the women's championship game on Saturday. The winner of this game gets to make that trip. On the men's side, Roberts Wesleyan, the 4, lost 11-8 to the number 1 Mercy Mavericks. In the other game, with a minute and a half left, Molloy leads Frostburg 18-9. So it looks like it will be the 1 and the 2, Molloy traveling to Mercy for the men's championship game on Saturday. All right, Allison Diogardi in the circle for Roberts Wesleyan. Megan Ruggalo for Molloy. Again, Roberts in white, Molloy in black. Starting the second half, 8-7. This one's for a trip to the ECC championship game. First draw control of the second half, controlled by Brenna Signorelli. No, we had a trip. Leah McDougall was sent flying, so it's going to be a violation. Turned over to Roberts Wesleyan. McDougall double teamed by Ruggalo and Benasuti. But we're getting a green card to Megan Ruggalo. So just 16 seconds into the second half, Roberts will be a player up.
Green card assessed to number 17 for Molloy, Megan Ruggalo. 1 minute for illegal use of stick.
What, illegal use of stick? They held up the green, but they're saying it is a minute. Okay. Here we go. Tierney up top, McDougall. Big opportunity for the Red Hawks. Here's Blumenstock for Katie Tierney. Here's Diogardi. McDougall on the wing. Behind Dozier. Across the crease in front to Allison Diogardi. And Roberts Wesleyan wasted little time in getting that player up opportunity. For Allison Diogardi, second goal of the game. 21st of the season. Ella Dozier's second assist of the game. 34th of the season. 9-7 Roberts Wesleyan.
Goal scored by number 24, Allison Diogardi. With the assist to number 25, Ella Dozier.
Diogardi from Dozier with a player up. 14:03 left, third quarter. Ruggalo, Diogardi in the circle. So yes, the penalty to Ruggalo was a releasable penalty, so she's out. I'm expecting this one to come down to the end. I don't think either team's going to run away from the other one. Both teams really do have so much firepower. Megan Ruggalo, again, not only leads the team coming in with 50 goals, has 69 draw controls to lead the way. Here's Signorelli. Benasuti, watched by Parise. Catoni. Again, you kind of forget about Sophia with some of the other names, and she came in, again, 35 goals, has one today. Here's Signorelli, watched by Clahane. Back to Catoni. Takes a shot, goes wide. Actually hits Rugolo. She didn't realize it at first. Was running to the end line to back it up, but it actually had hit her and was inbounds. And now the ball is dropped out of bounds, and Gianna Parise starts up with it. On the turnover, she gets it to Dozier. Benasuti approaches. Dozier drops it. Staying with Roberts Wesleyan. Dozier will trigger in. Middle of the field, Katie Tierney. Here's Taylor. McDougal now gives to Tierney. 50 on the shot clock. Lots of time. Dozier, goal line extended. Goes behind. Diogardi. Blumenstock comes out. Nice dodge. Comes right down the alley and puts it in. You're watching one of the best players in D2. There's no question about it. Emma Blumenstock, third of the day, 46th of the season. And what blows me away is she has more assists than she has goals. 46 goals, 52 assists, actually, including today, for Emma Blumenstock. What a senior year. What a career she's wrapping up. And believe me, her plan is to end it with a trip to the NCAAs.
Goal scored by number 8, Emma Blumenstock. Blumenstock, unassisted.
Back to a 3-goal lead, 10-7, 12-07, remaining third quarter. So the first two of the third quarter to Roberts Wesleyan. Diogardi and Rugolo in the circle. It was fine towards the offensive zone. Boy, picked up by Rugolo. Carly Howell. Mulhall there. Howell does get around and into the offensive zone and gives up to Sophia Catoni. Here's Borsellino. Pass almost intercepted by Casada, but it found its way to Ryan. Here's a Morrison. Goal line extended. Benasuti. And on the wing, it's Borsellino, watched by Taylor. Back to Benasuti, 45 on the shot clock, watched by Parise. Taylor on Catoni. Catoni for Signorelli, who puts it up over the shoulder of Shauna Lemeries. Fourth goal of the game for Brenna Signorelli, her 40th of the season. For Sophia Catoni, her first assist today, her 5th of the season, 10-8. Exactly 1 minute after the Blumenstock goal had given Roberts a 3-goal lead.
One, Brenna Signorelli, assisted by number 12, Sophia Catoni. Signorelli from Catoni.
11:07 left third quarter. I'm telling you, we're going to come down right to the end. Again, Diogardi and Rugolo. Catoni and Signorello, the wings for Malloy. Blumenstock and McDougal, the wings for Roberts Wesleyan. Excuse me, that's Emma Taylor, not Blumenstock. McDougal and Taylor, the wings. Right into the stick of Signorelli. Here's a Morrison. Behind goes to Benasuti. Had Rugolo in the crease, didn't see her. Comes out from behind and puts it in. Ava Betasuti's second of the game, 21st of the season, and we are back to a one-goal game at 10-9. Well, we're seeing a lot of goals this third quarter.
Malloy goal.
We've played 4 minutes and 10 seconds,
Ava Benasuti,
and each team has scored
assisted
2.
by number 9, Alexa A. Morrison. Alexa, that's Benasuti from
They
Morrison.
did give an assist to Alexa A. Morrison. Second of the day, 26th of the year. Emma Blumenstock now in the circle, along with Megan Ruggalo. The wings are Annie Mulhall and Leah McDougall for Roberts, Sophia Catoni and Brenna Signorelli for Malloy. Whistle, we got a violation. Ball's going to go over to Roberts Wesleyan. Here's McDougall quickly up to Mulhall. Here's Dozier. She's watched by Brady, goes behind to Diogardi. Here's McDougall. Blumenstock on the wing. She's going to take it behind on the invert. She's in attack. It's not really an invert, I suppose, just that she's usually out top on the wing. Again, Howell on her as always. Emma comes out looking to go a little one-on-one. Gives it up. McDougall turns to her left. Watched by Signorelli. Blumenstock. There's a screen. Carly Howell still down. Coach Pepe not happy on the bench. Howell's up. She's walking back to the play. She has no intention of coming out. We have no whistle, no call that I'm aware of. Now Howell is trotting to the bench. Ruggalo is actually going to jump from attack to midfield. Brooke Grosjean is going to replace Carly Howell. Grosjean is going to jump in to replace Ruggalo at attack. All right, here's Tierney up top. 35 on the shot clock. Again, Tierney, a terrific dodger. Gets by Megan Ruggalo, comes in all alone and puts it in. Katie Tierney. That's her second of the day, her 43rd of the season. What an outstanding breakout junior year for Katie Tierney from Marcellus, New York. 11-9.
Scored by number 4, Katie Tierney. Tierney, unassisted.
No assist on that one. 9:41 left third quarter. This one's going to take a while if they keep scoring at this rate. Blumenstock, Ruggalo in the circle. Carly Howell is back on the field for Malloy. That's good to see. Grabbed by Leah McDougall. Quickly up to Mulhall. Mulhall double team. The ball is checked out. Here's Schaumloeffel. She releases it to Riley Brady. Tough pass. Can Riley keep it inbound? She does. Here's Borsellino. Mulhall approaches quickly. Borsellino gets by a triple team. Parise on her now. Here's a Morrison. In the crease for Ruggalo, but the pass was tipped and deflected and picked up by Emma Taylor. Trail check by Malloy's Alexa Morrison. It's picked up by Ruggalo. We've got a whistle. We're going to have a timeout. by the Malloy
Timeout,
Lions with
Malloy.
8:44 remaining in the third quarter. It's 11-9 Roberts Wesleyan. We'll be right back. All right, we do have a final from the men's semifinal. It is Frostburg beating Malloy 18-9. So Frostburg will be traveling to Mercy this weekend to play for the men's ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship. The Mercy women will be hosting Saturday the winner of this game. So three of the four finalists are determined. Mercy's in both men and women. They will be hosting both games. Frostburg will be visiting on the men's side, and the last invite waiting to be handed out to either the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks or the Malloy Lions. Again, check the ECC website or those schools' websites for the exact times of those games. It's going to be Malloy ball. They called the timeout. 8:44 left third quarter. Redhawks up 2. I think it's going to be Ruggalo triggering from behind. All right, here's Megan Ruggalo. Watched by Quinn, cuts in front with an opportunity. Stopped by Lemeries. Oh, I really thought Ruggalo was going to bury that one. Great play by Shauna. Here's Quinn. Turned back by Morrison. Now gives to Lemeries. Long outlet for Dozier. Ella can't quite corral it. She does pick it up. Gets by Benasuti and gives to Mulhall. Mulhall double teamed. Gives to Dozier. Nice catch. The pass just a little bit low. She gives up to McDougal. Pulls it back, and now we're settled on offense. Just under 8 minutes left third quarter. 50 on the shot clock. Here's McDougal up top, Tierney. Here's Blumenstock. .25 of the shot clock. Blumenstock down the alley. Wide. Who's the backup? Backup is to Roberts Wesleyan. It must have been touched by Schaumloffel. There is a reset. Here comes Dozier out from behind. Tries to give it to Diogardi. Was tipped, so it's going to stay with Roberts. Here's Diogardi. Goal line extended, bringing it out in front. Now gives to Tierney up top. Gets by Signorelli down the alley. We got a whistle. It's going to be a push. Going to be a free position for Katie Tierney. 29 on the shot clock. Well to the left of goalkeeper Schaumloffel. Tierney tried to go in front to Blumenstock. Ball's knocked down, but it's recovered by Taylor. Here's Mulhall. Pulls it out on the wing. 15 on the shot clock. Flips to Blumenstock. 10 on the shot clock. As always, watched by Carly Howell. 5 seconds. Blumenstock takes a shot from the outside and puts it in. Don't see it a lot in the women's games. They shoot from out there, but Emma knew the shot clock was winding down. Scores her 4th goal of the game, her 47th of the season. To put the lead back to 3 for Roberts Wesleyan with 6:18 left, third quarter, an eternity. We had a long way to go in this one.
Redhawks goal scored by number 8, Emma Blumenstock. Blumenstock unassisted.
Unassisted goal there for Emma Blumenstock. Blumenstock back in the circle with Megan Ruggalo. Again, 6:18 left, third quarter. Ball's loose. It's got it. Blumenstock has it. Gets it up to Mulhall. Here's McDougal. Chased by Howell. Excuse me, that's Borsellino, not Howell. 21, not 11. Here's McDougal coming down the alley. Gives to Diogardi, but we got a whistle and a shooting space violation before. So Leah McDougal, free position, right in front of Sean Waffle. Pulls it out. Here's Blumenstock. Here's Tierney. Down the alley. We've got a whistle. Offensive. Kind of like the charge block call, so it's going to be a turnover, and here comes Malloy. Riley Brady, but it's popped up in the air and grabbed by Annie Mulhall, and now we've got another whistle. It's going to be a card to Annie Mulhall. She gets a green. Five and a half left, third quarter. 12-9 Roberts.
Green card assessed to number 22 for Roberts, Annie Mulhall. 1 minute for illegal use of the stick.
Illegal use of the stick, 1 minute. Ruggalo. Here's Signorelli. Penasuti goes behind to a Morrison. Catoni down the alley, puts it over the shoulder of Shauna Lemarys. Sophia Catoni's second of the game, 37th of the season, makes it 12-10 with just under 5 minutes left. Third quarter, Annie Mulhall's penalty is released. I'm going to wait for the announcement. I'm not 100% sure on the assist on that. 4:57 left, third quarter.
Malloy goal scored by number 12, Sophia Catoni. Assisted by number 17, Megan
Ruggalo does get an assist on that. Her second assist today, her 26th of the year. So player up goal, 2-goal lead for Roberts. This one's going to is high scoring, and it's going to come down to the end. All right, Diogardi and Ruggalo in the circle for draw control. McDougal, Taylor, the wings for Roberts Wrestling, Catoni and Signorelli for Malloy. McDougal controls it. Signorelli on her. Pushes her out of bounds, but that's going to be a violation against Signorelli. And it's going to be a green card. So a minute opportunity, player up opportunity for Roberts Wesleyan. Blumenstock will trigger.
Malloy, green card assessed to number 1, Brenna Signorelli. 1 minute for pushing.
Here's Blumenstock. Tierney. Dozier goes up top, McDougal. Tierney swings at Taylor. Back to Tierney. Here's Blumenstock. Far wing, Emma Taylor. Mulhall. Blumenstock. Kitoni is on her. She goes behind Dozier. Brady comes out on her. Dozier to a cunning Mulhall. Ball's loose. And it's finally controlled by Howell. Casada turns her back. Howell gives to King. To Barone. And here's Signorelli. 3.5 left, third quarter. Benasuti goes behind to a Morrison. Let's get pass up top to Kitoni. Borsellino. Here's Signorelli. In the crease to a cutting Emma Ryan. Shot was blocked, backed up by a Morrison in front for Ruggalo. One-timer puts it in. Megan Ruggalo, second of the day, 52nd of the season. I believe that was Alexa Morrison. That would be her third assist today. And we're back to one goal, 12-11 with 2:57 left, third quarter. Diogardi in the circle waiting for draw control. Looks like it's going to be Ruggalo for Malloy.
Malloy goal scored by number 30, Emma Ryan. Assisted by number 17, Megan Ruggalo. Ryan from Ruggalo.
Well, that was Ryan from Ruggalo. My apologies. Third assist of the day for Ruggalo, 27th of the year. Second goal of the game for Ryan, 26th of the year. Ruggalo picked it up, checked out of her stick by Diogardi.
Malloy goal scored by number 17, Megan Ruggalo. With assist to number 9, Alexa Morrison.
And they did correct it to what I did say. It was Megan Ruggalo from Alexa Morrison. That's what I thought I saw, but I never trust myself. 2:36 left, third quarter. Free position for Brenna Signorelli to the left of goalkeeper Shauna Lemery. She comes in, shoots and scores. Fifth goal of the game for Signorella, 41st of the season. And for the first time since it was 0-0, we have a tie game. 12-12, 2:34 left.
Goal scored by number 1, Brenna
in the third quarter.
Signorelli.
5 goals for Signorelli. Seems like it was a 4-goal lead for Roberts Wesleyan a minute ago, but it's a tie game now. Diogardi and Ruggalo in the circle. Kitoni, Signorelli, the wings for Malloy. McDougal, Taylor, the wings for Roberts Wesleyan. Emma Taylor's got the draw control. Signorelli right there with her. Taylor triple team, turns, gets away. Gives to McDougal. Here's Dozier on the wing. Again, Carly Howell face guarding Emma Blumenstock, not even looking behind her at the ball or anything else going on the field. Here's Tierney. Gives to Blumenstock. Here's Mulhall. Tierney down the alley, turned away. Dozier, 35 on the shot clock. Watched by Brady. Up top, Tierney. Watched by Signorelli. 20 on the shot clock. Tierney gives up top to Mulhall. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Blumenstock. Down the lane with an opportunity with the left hand. Stopped by Schaumlawful. And she's got the ball in the crease. Releases to Barone. Her pass to Ruggalo. She sprints by Parise. Takes a shot and puts it in. And for the first time today, the Malloy Lions lead. It's 13-12 with 44 seconds left, third quarter. Megan Ruggalo's third of the game, 53rd of the season.
Malloy goal scored by
Redhawks
number
seem a
17,
little bit
Megan
stunned.
Ruggalo,
Again, it seems like 30
unassisted.
seconds ago they had a 3-4 goal lead, and now they're down one. 44.2 left, third quarter. Allison Diogardi and Megan Ruggalo in the circle for draw control. Again, Malloy's wings are Catoni and Signorelli. Roberts' wings are Taylor and McDougall. Six goals this quarter from Malloy. Ball's batted down. Ruggalo's got it. Quickly to Signorelli. Pass knocked down and intercepted by Emma Taylor. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Taylor finds Diogardi. Right in front, it's Katie Tierney who puts it in. Katie Tierney's third of the game, 44th of the season. Allison Diogardi, second assist today, 7th of the season. That's a big one for Roberts Wesleyan, tying it up at 13 with 19.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
24, Allison Diogardi. That's Tierney from Diogardi.
It's going to be a heck of a 15 minutes coming up. Diogardi, Ruggalo in the circle. 19.3 left, third quarter. Again, Mercy beat Damon earlier today, so they're waiting to host the winner of this game in the ECC Women's Final. And on Saturday, also, the Mercy men will host Frostburg. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say Saturday. Maybe check the ECC website. I don't have the dates and times. I believe the women's is Saturday. I'm not sure about the men. I know the men is set with Mercy and Frostburg. Here we go. Violation. Here's Blumenstock. 12 seconds. 10. Mulhall, Blumenstock, 2 seconds. She takes the shot. Goes wide, and there's the horn. All right. We got 15 minutes left in this one, and we are where we started. It is tied, 13 apiece. 15 minutes left to determine who's going to take that trip to the ECC Championship game with an opportunity to play for a bid to the NCAAs. We'll be right back. All right, we're tied at 13 for the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks. 4 goals for Emma Blumenstock, 3 each for Katie Tierney and Annie Mulhall. A couple of goals for Allison Diogardi, and the other goal scored by Ella Dozier. 5 goals for Brenna Signorelli. 3 for Megan Ruggalo, 2 for both Sophia Catoni and Ava Benasuti. Shots are in favor of Malloy, 25-22. 9 ground balls to 6 in favor of Malloy. Clears, Malloy 10 of 11, Roberts 10 of 14. 4 saves each. Turnovers, again, 13 turnovers for Roberts Wesley and 9 for Malloy. Draw controls are 17-12 in favor of Roberts Wesleyan. So looking at the stat sheet, you can see why this one's tied. 13 apiece, 15 minutes left. Trip to the ECC championship game is on the line. And again, what's different this year about any other, that winner, the winner of the ECC championship now gets an automatic berth in the NCAA playoffs. Something Roberts, quite frankly, felt that they deserved last year but did not get. An undefeated regular season. Won the ECC championship, had an unbelievably, which they did again this year, difficult schedule playing a ton of ranked teams. Didn't get a bid. This year, win that game, and you're going to the NCAAs. Ruggalo, Diogardi in the circle. Wings of Catoni and Signorelli for Malloy. Mulhall and Taylor for Roberts Wesleyan. And I'm not going to say we have 15 minutes left because, quite frankly, we may have more. Here we go. Signorelli's got it from Malloy. Gets by Blumenstock. Ryan gives to a Morrison. Watched by Clahane. Far wing, Benasuti. Ruggalo gives up top for Catoni. Here's Borsellino. On the double team, Tierney. Benasuti. Here's Ruggalo. Catoni. Back to Ruggalo. Goal line extended. Goes behind to a Morrison. 45 on the shot clock. Catoni up top. Benasuti gives to Ruggalo. Looking for Ryan inside, and we're going to have a violation. So a free position, I believe, for Emma Ryan of Malloy. It is. She's got a goal today. Just barely to the left of goalkeeper Lemery's. 30 on the shot clock. Emma Ryan puts it home. Her second goal of the game. 26th of the season, makes it 14-13 Malloy with 13:54 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Malloy goal scored by number 30, Emma Ryan. Ryan with the free position goal.
Diogardi in the circle. Megan Ruggalo joins her. Again, the wings, Catoni and Signorelli for Malloy. McDougal, Taylor for Roberts Wesleyan. 1-goal lead for the Lions. Ball being chased. Mulhall there with Signorelli. Violations giving it to Malloy. Ruggalo, pass gets by her, and it's picked up by Blumenstock. Opportunity now for an unsettled situation. Barone chasing. She's got Diogardi on her right. Gives it to Allison, who's coming in all alone on Sean Lawful and scores. Something we don't see a lot of from Roberts Wesleyan, but boy, Emma Blumenstock realized the opportunity that was there. Allison Diogardi's third of the game, 22nd of the season. I'm going ahead and giving the assist to Emma Blumenstock, her second of the game, 53rd of the season. Tied at 14, 13 remaining in regulation.
24, Allison Diogardi. With the assist to number 8, Emma Blumenstock. Diogardi from Blumenstock.
I would say first to 20. I don't think that's going to do it. I mean, just because you get there doesn't mean you're going to be ahead of and stay there ahead of the other team. All right, Ruggalo and Diogardi in the circle. 14 apiece, 13 left in regulation. Signorelli. Parese on her. Here's Catoni. Borsellino. A Morrison, watched by Clahane. Up top, Signorelli. Get past Catoni. Down the alley with an opportunity. Puts it home. Sophia Catoni's third of the game, 38th of the season. It's a one-goal lead again for Malloy. 12:42 left in regulation. They're coming fast and furious.
Malloy goal scored by number 12, Sophia Catoni.
Mohall in the circle for draw control. It's going to be against Ruggalo. Catoni and Signorelli, the wings for Malloy. McDougal, Taylor for Roberts Wesleyan. I think we're going to have a violation. Leah was not ready. She came late. By the time the ball was placed, she came over to be a wing, and it was too late. Violation, so here's Malloy. I was going to say, we're missing a wing, and apparently you've got to be set before that ball goes in. So here's Malloy. Here's Borsellino. Still with it, now picked up by Taylor. Bettasuti on the wing. Skips up top to Signorelli. Catoni, watched by Taylor. Shot wide, backed up by a Morrison. 45 on the shot clock. Catoni behind. In the crease for Signorelli. Stopped, blocked, and here comes McDougal. Borsellino on her. I thought I heard whistles. I believe we got a timeout by Roberts Wesleyan. They kept playing, and I'm thinking I'm hearing things.
East Coast Conference men's lacrosse.
It is a timeout by Roberts Wesleyan with 11:39 remaining in regulation. 15-14 Malloy. We'll be right
Malloy
back.
defeated Frostburg by a score of 19-9. Malloy will travel to Mercy to play in the championship game on Saturday.
Well, the Malloy women are hoping to emulate exactly what happened on the men's side, because the Malloy men won today, and they will be traveling to Mercy this weekend to play for the ECC Men's Championship. And obviously the Mercy women already won today and will be hosting the Women's Championship. So Malloy looking hopefully to make it the same matchup in both the men's and the women's championship games. Obviously, the Red Hawks of Roberts Wesleyan have a say in the match and have a differing opinion. 11:39 left in regulation, with the Lions and Malloy up 15-14. you know, that look, of course, playing for the ECC championship is huge, but it does take on extra meaning this year with the fact that that is an automatic qualifying bid to the NCAA tournament. Roberts would love a repeat of 21. They got to the NCAA semis. But 11 minutes and 39 seconds at least need to be taken care of here first. And right now, Malloy leads at 15-14. It's going to be Roberts' ball, 83 on the shot clock. Blumenstock double teamed. By Howell and a Morrison. She releases to O'Neal Blake, who has it knocked out of her stick by Emma Ryan. It's recovered by a Morrison. Ruggalo. Double team by Taylor. Casada now gives to Borsellino. Sophia Catoni. Far wing. Benasuti for Ruggalo. Brings it out, gives to Catoni. 60 on the shot clock. Benasuti. Watched by Parise. Back to Catoni. Knocked down. We're going to have a violation. And a card. Yellow to Gianna Parise. Player up opportunity for Malloy, already up a goal. 10:50 left regulation.
Roberts, yellow card assessed to number 23, Gianna Parisi. 2 minutes for a check to the head.
2 minutes for a check to the head. Sophia Catoni stopped by Lemery's. Ball's loose. Quinn had it. Got a whistle. Violation. It's going to be Roberts' ball. Here's Quinn. Crossfield to Clahane. Gives to Lemery's. Long pass right on the money to McDougal. Heads up field by Benasuti. Gives to O'Neal Blake. Tierney sends it across to Mulhall. McDougal to Blumenstock. 35 on the shot clock. Roberts wanting that penalty to Gianna Parise to expire. So this is working out well for them. We're coming up on 9.5 minutes left. Here's Mulhall. Blumenstock. Borsellino on her. Howell right behind her. They're double teaming her. Pass high to Mulhall. Picked up by King. Now it's knocked down and loose. Ruggalo's got it. Gives to Borsellino. Coming up on 9 minutes left regulation. Borsellino avoids Casada and Mulhall. Here's Ruggalo. Into the offensive zone. Parise's penalty is up, even strength. Morrison behind. Skip pass, Borsellino for Catoni. Signorelli. Benasuti. Tony pulls it out, gives back to Benasuti. 35 on the shot clock. A Morrison behind. Here's Borsellino on the wing. Tony up top, 25 on the shot clock. Ruggalo. Goal line extended. Gives to a Morrison, 15 on the shot clock. Picked off by Lemeries. Quinn finds Parise. Benasuti turns her back. Gianna nicely stick handles by her. Met by Brady and Ryan. Whistle.
Timeout, Redhawks.
And Coach Piavolini of Roberts Wesleyan got a timeout. So with 7:33 left in regulation, 68 seconds, plenty of time on the shot clock. It's 15-14. Malloy will be right back. All right, it's going to be Roberts Wesleyan ball left. 68 seconds on the shot clock coming out of this timeout. Down a goal, 15-14 to the Malloy Lions with 7:33 remaining in regulation. And again, on the line, a trip to the ECC Championship game at Mercy this weekend. And again, the men's final is set. Mercy will be hosting Malloy. Mercy beat Roberts Wesleyan today on the men's side. Malloy beat Frostburg. The Mercy women took Damon out 21-2 earlier today. Blumenstock trigger. Far side. Double teamed. Triple teamed. Gives to Tierney. And here's O'Neal Blake. McDougal, far side. Dozier, goal line extended. Here's Diogardi behind. 7 minutes left regulation. 35 on the shot clock. Diogardi out front. Stopped by Schaumloeffel. Big save by Nicole. Her outlet pass for Signorelli. Gareth in on a bounce. Now it's knocked out. We got a violation. And we're going to get a yellow card to Sophia Casada of Roberts Wesleyan for a check on the head. 6:47 left in regulation. Big moment in the game. Player up opportunity for Malloy. Signorelli at midfield.
Yellow card assessed to Roberts, number 12, Sophia Quesada. 2 minutes for a check to the head.
All right, 2 minute player up opportunity for Malloy. Roberts just killed one on the penalty to Gianna Parise. Here's Signorelli. Runs by Ella Dozier, falls. Is there going to be a call? The bench is calling for a tripping call. I don't see anything coming out. Nope, here's Borsellino. And Ryan goes behind to a Morrison. Kitoni. Here's Borsellino. Benasuti down the alley. There was a whistle. Are they letting it go? I thought I heard a whistle that there was going to be a shooting space before, but apparently that's going to count. Benasuti. Makes it 16-14, Malloy. For Ava Benasuti, her third today, 22nd of the season. Heck of a freshman season. 6:03 left regulation. 2-goal lead now for the Lions.
Malloy goal scored by number 24, Ava Benasuti. Assisted by number 21, Alessandra Borsellino.
Alessandro Borsellino gets an assist, her second of the game, 14th of the season. 16-14 Malloy. 6:03, Mulhall, Ruggalo in the circle for the draw control. Gattoni gets the draw control, gives to Riley Brady. Written out by McDougal. Not sure we've got a stoppage. I think they may call a push. Ball's going to stay with Malloy. Here's Benasuti, gives to a Morrison. Violation's going to stay with Malloy. 60 on the shot clock. Here's Benasuti behind. 5:18 and counting remaining in regulation. Gattoni up top. Ruggalo in the crease. Brenna Signorelli shot wide, backed up by a Morrison. That's an opportunity, boy, for Malloy. We're under 5 minutes left in regulation. 2-goal lead for Malloy. A Morrison gets by Clahane. Benasuti up top, Gattoni. Shooting space. We're going to have a free position for Malloy. Gattoni comes down the alley. Wide. Backed up by Roberts Wesleyan. Huge moment. Quinn gives to Lemeries. She releases to Blumenstock. Emma heads up field. Loses the ball, but we've got a whistle. It's going to stay with Roberts. Here's Blumenstock to McDougal. Coming up on 4 minutes left in regulation. A Morrison and Ryan double teaming Leah McDougal. Now joined by Borsellino, but she gets into the offensive zone. O'Neill Blake for Mulhall. Tierney. 40 on the shot clock. Tierney down the alley, just missed. Grabbed behind the goal by Diogardi. Here's Mulhall. Turned away by Gattoni. 20 on the shot clock. Flips to Blumenstock. Blumenstock down the alley. Wait, I think we had a whistle. Now they're saying it's good. Emma Blumenstock came down the alley, put it in, makes it 16-15 with 3:08 remaining in regulation. 5th goal of the game for Blumenstock, her 48th of the season. She now has 101 points this year with 48 goals and 53 assists. 3:08, 1-goal game.
Red Hawks goal scored by number 8, Emma Blumenstock. Blumenstock, unassisted.
Ruggalo. Well, McDougal went in the circle. Now she's leaving. It's going to be Annie Mulhall. McDougal, Taylor the wings. Catoni, Signorelli the wings for Malloy. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left in regulation. 1 goal game. Still no control. Now it's Ruggalo. Morrison. Middle of the field, Catoni with an opportunity down the alley. Wide, backed up by Malloy. It's a Morrison. Gets by Clahane. Ryan is bumped. I don't see a card. Could be a free position for Emma Ryan and Malloy with 2:34 left in regulation. Ryan pulls it out. Here's Catoni. 60 on the shot clock. Ruggalo. That's the thing. Remember, they can milk this for quite a while. It's a long shot clock in lacrosse. Signorelli. Wide. Ball's loose. It's Lemery's. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of regulation. It's a 1-goal game. Lemery's releases at midfield towards midfield. McDougal. A Morrison there. Ryan. McDougal gets by Ruggalo. Still has it. Now gives to Quinn. Clahane. Casada into the offensive zone. Here's Tierney. Coming up on 1.5 minutes remaining. Mulhall. 40 on the shot clock. Mulhall turned away by Borsellino. Tierney. 25 on the shot clock. Tierney down the alley, takes the shot wide, and it's backed up by Riley Brady, who dove to get there before Diogardi did. 56 seconds remaining. Malloy can run it out. Here's King. Long pass upfield finds Signorelli. Annalie Pepe, coach of Malloy, is going to get a timeout with 42.2 seconds remaining. Shot clock is irrelevant. Malloy can just run it out. So now what Roberts Wesleyan has to consider doing is what's called a 10-player ride, where Shauna Lemery's comes out of the goal. Remember, there's an extra defensive player on each end of the field. There's 7 attackers against 7 defenders, except you do have a goalkeeper. So it's really 7 on 8. This isn't basketball. You can't foul somebody, stop the clock, and send them to the line and hope they miss. It doesn't work that way. So right now, Malloy can just run it out. They do not have to take a shot. So that's what Coach Paolini is going to have to consider, is bringing the goalkeeper out and doubling the ball. 42.2 seconds left. It's Malloy 16, Roberts Wesleyan 15. Malloy has the ball. Trip to the ECC championship game to face Mercy is on the line. Again, these two teams played March 22nd. Roberts won 15-12. And 15 turns out not to be enough today. Obviously, you know, Roberts has got to do something and force it. It looks like Catoni's going to trigger. I see Diogardi there as well as Tierney and Taylor. Well, Diogardi's on the offensive zone, but it's double team is Quinn, Quinn, not Taylor, and Tierney. Catoni has it at midfield. Right near the restraining line. Now gets it back to Barone. 30 seconds. Here's Howell. Barone. 25 seconds. Catoni. I mean, they just have to play keep away. 20 seconds. Taylor chasing Catoni. She's running back into her own end. Brady. Howell. 12 seconds. 10. Carly Howell. Another timeout for Malloy. 7.4 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Malloy.
Again, shot clock irrelevant. So there's just 7.4 that Malloy has to run out. Roberts going to have to get aggressive, double, triple team the ball and do anything they can to get it out of the stick and try and gain possession and get it upfield best they can. The ball should be triggered in just on the Malloy side of midfield, far side. Again, on the men's side, Malloy will be traveling to Mercy this weekend. And the winner of this game will be traveling to Mercy also to play for the women's championship. My assumption was their best player, Megan Ruggolo, is going to trigger, and she does, in fact, go after the ball. And there's a lot of Roberts players going over there. Katie Tierney and Emma Blumenstock are right on her. Emma Taylor now joins. So it's really a triple team. Ella Dozier is right there also. I mean, they got to get the ball fairly quickly or it doesn't matter. Here's Ruggolo. Gets away from Mulhall. And that's going to do it. And the Malloy Lions have won this semifinal 16-15 over the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks to earn themselves a trip to Mercy and play for the ECC championship this weekend. I believe that game is on Saturday. For Roberts Wesleyan, 5 goals, 2 assists for Emma Blumenstock, 3 goals, 2 assists for Allison Diogardi, 3 goals for Annie Mulhall, 3 goals and an assist for Katie Tierney, and a goal and 2 assists for Ella Dozier. 5 goals for Brenda Signorelli of Malloy, 3 each for Sophia Catoni, Megan Ruggolo, and Ava Benasuti, 2 for Emma Ryan, 3 assists for Alexa Morrison, 2 each for Megan Ruggolo and Alessandra Borsellino. 16-15. Check the ECC website for the exact times, but it's going to be the same matchups for the men and the women. Mercy will be hosting Malloy. All right, for everybody here, thank you on the Red Hawk Sports Network, part of the ECC Sports Network. I'm Brian Cannell. Have a great rest of your night.